Hey, recording. Sorry about that. Hi, YouTube. Welcome. I'm Lunar Archon session 125. Hope you're doing great. Last time we had a good time. People argued. People dramaed. Came back. Catch you up real quick. Gambit slept on a bench or in an alleyway. In an alleyway, it rains. It's raining. Thunderstorm, even. Thicket is pushing Gambit to do the right thing and apologize. And that's where we are now. As Gambit, you walk up.
And we had a conversation about Gambit making a deal with Drea and it being stupid.
That too.
Oh, I forgot. I did add this sound.
Hey Grace, listen. Sorry about last night. I made a Fey deal and to get some information to help me figure out what's up with my friend. So, sorry that you had to be collateral. It's okay if you don't forgive me.
Just stop.
Okay.
Clearly I misjudged you once, and then I misjudged you twice.
Okay.
Whatever reasons you have, I don't care anymore.
Cool. Anything else?
She goes back to her book without saying anything.
Okay. Gambit will leave.
Gambit walks over to the table.
No, he's gonna leave.
The building. Okay.
Yes.
And
Gambit has left the building.
what is Thicket doing?
Contemplating slapping him upside the head if he wasn't so short.
Clawing his ankle is an option.
I mean, you got claws. You could like climb him like a mountain and then get the slap.
It's true.
But is it worth it just for a slap? Will a second one get through to him?
Well, the first one didn't hit, so maybe if yours lands.
That's true.
I could have had a V8.
And Garon, John, and Doug would all see him walk in, go over, and start saying something to Grace. She very shortly interrupts him and responds, and then he leaves. This is not a hidden event happening.
Grind will just say over there and just let us know wherever you are, man.
What?
If you're going somewhere, if you need something or whatever, just tell us so that way we can catch up with you or whatever.
Be too far, so you can just tell me if I want to go to Cal site, so just tell me whatever plans.
What's in Cal site?
Thicket and I want to talk to.
Erebus.
Yeah.
All right.
Research trip.
What are you talking about? We have a library right here.
And we have found nothing in the library. I'm assuming that Gambit's just outside sitting on a bench getting wet, and then we're all having a conversation on the earrings.
Or that's up to you to decide where he went.
Are there tomatoes here?
Yeah, this is the type of climate tomatoes are growing.
Was that sarcasm?
No, this is the type of climate where
Okay.
tomatoes would grow.
I'm
Northern
gonna.
vacuo is much more neutral compared to southern vacuo.
Is Gambit just standing outside?
I heard he was on a bench.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go give Grace a tomato and tell her where Gambit is. Like, here you go. Gambit's outside on the bench. If you want to throw it at him, I would.
She looks at it for a few moments. Saying nothing, she stands up. Gambit, there is a smack. And a slight crushing sensation, but it does also hurt because it's a not too ripe tomato that strikes into the side of your head.
I would have given her guidance beforehand.
It definitely
anyway.
hit him.
He rolled
Before
with
you hear
advantage.
the door, yeah, she did have advantage because she has the assassinate feature. Before the door slams behind her, she comes back into the shop and heads back to the bar.
Gambit doesn't really move. He just kind of scrapes it off and smiles.
I give them both a thumbs up.
Sometimes revenge is better than forgiveness. An apology.
Does the Tamil? She does not. She glances at you as you give her a thumbs up, but doesn't really respond as she looks back to her book.
Throughout all of that, assuming the conversation was still going, Gren will just say, "Yeah, I don't know. Think it knows the trees, I guess, right, man?" So, and then probably I guess Thicket's not responding because he's too busy talking to Grace. And then I'm looking over and I see him hand her a tomato, and then she goes outside and she doesn't come back. She comes back without the tomato. Right. Anyway, so yeah, you know the trees, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't take us too long. Like a day trip.
All right.
Why do you not want to?
I don't know. What are we looking for? Can I help? I mean, I don't know. It seems like we're just going for random things. If we're going for random things, I think there's more important things than just random knowledge, unless it's pertinent.
Trying to figure out the origin of our friend and how to help him.
Want to ask the priest of Erebus about any connections Erebus might have to the moon. But also, I think if we wanted to talk to Erebus with like divination, then finding something in calcite would probably be a good option for that.
Okay, now that's helpful. See, now you guys are explaining yourselves. Before it's just like, hey, we're going to go there for some more information when we have a library. You understand how that might be confusing? I mean, you guys may have had like 12 conversations. This is the first I've heard of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
you know, come on. I don't know what you're doing. I'm trying to figure it out.
So that's our plan for calcite. Do you have any ideas for other things that we could do in calcite or somewhere else?
Do we know anything about the witch's whereabout?
Last we heard was
she made a deal
outside of Dyke somewhere.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, but the thing is that Gambit doesn't want to go deal with that personally. He's feeling emotional conflict. So
well, it's not just emotional conflict. It's emotional conflict that can be like super used against me. Like John, you remember how they were like manipulating you emotionally when we went to fight them in calcite, right?
Yeah.
Like, and now think, like, I helped rescue her, I gave her a knife, you know, I tried to become friends with her and help her get over that trauma. So we have that shared bond, and now she's going to use that as emotional leverage. So I'm in a fight against her. I am more of a burden than I am a help.
You think you're a liability?
I'm a liability, yes.
I mean, any of us can be swayed. It's not.
But I have more of a chance to be
Hag,
swayed.
she's magic. It's
Yeah.
not exactly your fault.
I know.
She's also, or was, a child.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's like it's beyond whether or not it's the right thing to do, you know. I think it is the right thing to do to get rid of a hag, but I think it would be the wrong thing to do if I know that I'm especially vulnerable to be a liability against my friends, and then I walk into that trap willingly. I think it'd be better if you got someone else to stand in for me and win.
Alright, well,
I don't want to be put in this position. I don't want to put myself in a position where I could hurt my friends.
alright. Well, if for what it's worth, just so you know, I'm pretty sure between both John and myself, we can, do some counter song work to effectively enhance your protection. But I understand, it's fine. Regardless, since we're not doing that, and if we're not fully ready to go figure out exactly what we want to do with Tatsui, then handling either your business, Gambit, or my business seems to be a good next step. Now, since we are going to try to find more information that may lead us to more answers about Thicket, now I'm much more on board with what otherwise seemed like a strange detour until, about 3 minutes ago. So,
Speaking of your business, do you want to try and scry or do dream or something for your dad?
I mean,
Ooh,
we
that's a
can
good
certainly
idea.
we can give it a shot. We can certainly give it a shot, but I'm under the opinion that it is likely going to be problematic, i.e., if he is imprisoned, maybe. Again, we don't know enough about my uncle. My mother was just certain that he could help me learn my family's magic. And maybe he could still teach me something. I don't know. But I think that's worthwhile doing. And my dad, being a human, he actually does dream, so that works. Yeah, because my mom's an elf, so she doesn't really do that. I can, but I don't.
What would be the problematic about it?
If he's magically protected,
Ah.
I don't know enough about your power, your spell, and I don't know enough about my uncle. So I'm saying it could be tricky. I mean, I appreciate the offer, and if you want to, I mean, we can maybe, before we leave, ask, just an elder's thoughts and say, hey, Sasha, what do you think? Is this a good idea? And maybe she'll have an idea, maybe she'll have an opinion, I don't know. But, she's smart, she knows stuff. And she doesn't seem opposed to being, helpful to us, so that's good.
Would Sasha know your uncle?
She should know my uncle, but I'm pretty sure that she may not know my father. So that's, who knows? Who's
You
to
could
say?
at least get her opinions on his character.
Yeah, I know. The categorical opinion in most cases is that he is shrewd and interested in maneuvering. Now, that can be seen as negative or positive, but aside from that, I don't have much more to go on. And he definitely was interested in trying to attach himself to me, especially after, John and I's performance, which, great job again. Thank you for all that help. That was great assistance. But, who knows? I mean, yeah, I don't know that I've matched her directly. Maybe I did. I don't know. It's been a long time. We've been together for a long time. I sometimes forget that, but we've been together, 8 months, 7 months, a long time. Definitely fought together and, nearly died a few times. That's good.
It must be a long time if an elf is saying it.
Well, to be fair, I'm half, so, it's more like the quantity feels greater because of the quality.
Okay.
We've lived a lot in these few months, is all.
It is true. We've done a lot.
I've never seen or met your dad, so trying to scry on him might work, might not. That would be better to try after we've tried dream on him later tonight. But I have met your uncle, so would you want to try scrying on your uncle? Like right now?
We can give it a shot, but he is an elf and he is Lord of Lahar, and he likely has magical protections in place, so I don't know what level of risk that might be for you, my friend.
I think
we could just go.
I mean, worst case, it doesn't work.
Well, magic can get very strange very quickly. Particularly everything that I was taught, the way that elves understand magic.
Do you know if he can see invisible objects?
I don't. Again, I don't know much about him, unfortunately. I did meet him once before. I was very young. Again, I'm mostly so hesitant because of the fact that he randomly told me he had my father, but my father hasn't tried to contact me in any way, and my uncle has not since said, "Hey, your son's asking about you. Do you want to contact him?" That makes the whole situation more untenable. That's the one. Yeah, that's not fun. So
wait,
I don't know.
and your father's the human one?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this your human uncle?
No, elven uncle. He's my mother's brother.
Oh. Yeah, that is suspicious. For sure. Did he hate that is he, racist? Against...
I mean, I have to be honest, a lot of elves are, so it's more the fact that they are too closely connected to their Fey heritage, and so they have a tendency to see others as less permanent, and therefore, unfortunately, also less valuable. It's, like they say, there's racist slurs all across the realms. I understand that against dwarves. Oh no, dwarves are greedy. Well, I would not say that all dwarves are greedy. That seems unlikely. Or, whatever. Or all elves are arrogant and proud. Well, I've certainly met my share, but my mother was amazing. And maybe it was just partiality because she's my mother, but as far as I can tell, she saw people for who they were. I mean, she did love my dad, and he's obviously human, so I don't know. I mean, maybe we just talk to Sasha, I guess. It sounds like as we've been talking, that sounds more and more reasonable as I've been thinking about it. But I don't know. Again, it's just. I mean, I know it's a port city, but it is fishy. And I think at that point, I think it would definitely recognize the nervousness, like maybe even nervous sweats from Grand.
Well, we don't have to do it right now. Just whenever or if ever you would want to, we totally can.
Yeah, let's maybe just talk to Sasha. Maybe just get her input a little bit more. Because I really don't remember if I ever talked to her about that. I think with her, I always looked at her as very important, and my situation with my uncle was not immediately important because I had plans to save the world with you lot, and then we were in Vacuo, and then we were helping them get, her and her husband get, sorted, and then we found out that Tatsui is an evil, maniacal fool, and wants to use great barrels of necromantic magic to do something probably atrocious underneath the city. So yeah, I didn't think it really came up. So there you have it, I guess. And then, of course, his nervousness is still kicking in. So he says, and of course, we can always go say hi to John's parents again, right, John?
Yeah, maybe.
See, great, there we go. Lots of options.
It's a little bit tense last time we were there. But if you really want to.
I don't know, they make
like
good
my
food.
mother's cooking that much.
Well, I do have a soft spot for, home cooked meals. I had lots of them growing up.
Well, when are we gonna head out to Calcite?
Now, I think Thicket knows a tree.
Okay, now's as good a time as ever.
Based on timing, when was my cloak going to be ready? My thing?
He said it would take likely a couple of weeks.
Okay, it's only been 4 days or something like that, or 2 days or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Alright, that's fine.
And that's just for the preparations to be done. The leather being
Yeah, it's
finished,
cool.
the skull, etc.
Sounds good.
So you are teleporting to Calcite?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, unless we're gonna talk to Sasha first, and if we're gonna go to Calcite, and then we're just gonna come back to Vane, then I can just talk to her then. So
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll talk to her.
Okay. You'll approach the library, and you'd be let in pretty easily. Are you trying to go up to her, or ask for her to come down and meet you?
whatever's easier. I think I think it's usually a girl that's at the front.
It depends. You've seen
Oh,
guys
okay.
and girls at
Okay.
this point.
Okay. Oh, okay. There wasn't one. I thought for some reason I thought we ran into a girl more often, but maybe not. Anyway, so yeah, whoever's there.
May have, but
That's fine. No worries. Not important. Anyway, so hello. Sorry to interrupt. Is Lady Sasha super busy, or slightly busy, or medium busy, or?
she should be tutoring at the
I think what
moment.
you're trying to ask is she busy at all?
No, because I mean, knowing her, she's pretty much always busy.
Well, I mean, she can't help you if she's busy, so...
Wait, hold on. Did we split the party?
Oh, I think Micah and I understood the same thing. You said, yeah, we'll see her, and you meant when we get back. Is that right?
Okay.
Is that
Yeah.
what you meant? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, in that case,
We could just say, yeah, she's busy, and I say, okay, never mind, and then we go in the
she's
tree.
busy. She's got private tutoring.
Gotcha. Right, great, thanks. I let her know I'm looking forward to talking to her later, so if she gets a chance to send me a sending, that'd be delightful.
All right, great.
Pretty.
It's in the sound library.
We could schedule an appointment while you're there. We'll be there. We'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow at 8:30.
Okay. As you head back out into the rain, to the trees of the park that you know well and are large enough to have stepped through.
All right. To calcite.
Look outside.
The the tree shifts and seems to spread and break apart almost. Bark curving around to kind of cover and protect it as you cast the spell and step through. You can, of course, mark off transport via plants, mark off the spell slot. Narnia music plays as you step through the opening, and as you step out of the other end, you find yourself in the garden area behind the Rivertop House. The place that you would know as... Why can't I remember his name? Why can't I remember his name?
Lord Dragonborn guy.
He's... Well, is he? Steal. Go. Sadai! What's Sadai's deal? Let me reshare.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, also die.
He is not, he's a tiefling.
Oh.
I think.
I was thinking of the wrong Lord. Lord Goldenfang is who I was thinking of, I think. Nope.
Goldenfang is
also
a
not that.
were-tiger. Reshare for anyone who wants to see him.
Yeah, the little raccoon buddy.
Yeah.
But as you step out, it is... So if
Is it raining?
It is likely going to be raining. But I'm going to roll just to see if it's any higher than that. Okay, so it moves up one step because it's the same kind of weather in the same general section of the country. So it is raining currently. Not as bad. It's not thunderstorming like it was in Vane, but it is raining.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to the temple.
Yeah, lead the way, guys.
Who's leading the way?
Thicket and Gambit.
Yep.
Okay. Where are you trying to go?
For the temple.
The Temple of Erebus.
You going to the church in town?
Yep. What?
I just want to be clear. Are you going to the church in town or are you going to the Lake of Dissension?
Oh, the lake.
Which
'Cause
one has the priest?
We didn't go to the lake
You have not gone to
when
the
we
lake.
were here.
You are
Yeah.
aware that the...
Let's go there.
I don't know if you are actually aware. Which one has a priest is a good question.
Oh! Wait, before we left Vane, can we retcon that Gambit bought a pie?
Why?
Why?
He's gonna take it to the couple's house.
I'm gonna say
Oh.
no, but you can buy a pie in
Okay.
Calcite.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna try to commit to y'all never backtracking.
Mm.
So, You can buy a pie. What kind of pie would you like?
Can
to
we
buy?
rest
Shoot, I
on
meant to buy a pie before we left. I gotta go get
Wreck
one.
on a pie. I've never heard wreck on a pie ever. I love it. I'm so happy right now.
Pie
Just
or
never
cherry
retcon anything even as small as a pie.
Oh, you've retconned things. Don't give
I
us
said I'm
that.
trying to be better.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Try harder.
I'm working.
So funny. And how serious you were, Jocelyn. Like,
We backtrack. I need to buy a pie. I'm like, what do you need to buy a pie for? What could it be?
Why can't
You
you
know-
buy a pie absolutely anywhere?
Why does it need to be from there?
That might be quote of the night.
The Gambit discovered pie and doesn't know that it's everywhere else.
The only place he's ever seen.
Knowing how
pie.
Is that how bad it is to grow up in orphan prison? That's horrible. You know what? I'm gonna buy you pie. You know what? Every time that Thicket goes to go get a flower, I'm gonna go get pie for.
Bye.
What is your local? Pie?
What is your local pie?
Hey, listen. It was a good day when the bread wasn't moldy.
It's true.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. That's rough.
You did grow up in child prison.
In abject poverty.
So yeah, I
Mhm.
think at that point, Grant's like, all right, I'm sold. We've definitely got to go take care of his business first.
Okay. Well, we'll just if we're like going closer to our house or when we go through the city, Gabba's gonna get a pie and take it to that old
What
couple.
kind of pie?
Not a pie, a cherry pie, an apricot pie.
Cherry pie.
I don't know.
Pick one.
An apple pie. That's my favorite pie.
Apple pie. You get an apple pie. They have apple pies. That seems like an appropriate thing for them to have here.
Very bad. Thank you for your support.
She's my cherry pie.
I mean, Gambit does have a warrant.
So are you going to the couple's house first?
Is it on the way to the lake?
No. The lake
Okay.
is up the mountain and you are at the top, like you are at the part where the river meets the mountain.
Just not where the rubber meets the road. Got it.
No, we'll do the couple later before we leave.
You have not
You
bought
sure?
a pie yet.
Yeah.
He's pilot.
Are you sure? He's not gonna let you wreck on it. He's not gonna let you wreck on it. Are you sure?
I am sure.
You were heading up the slope.
To pie or not to pie?
That's
It is the question.
Where are you pie?
Whether it
Okay.
is better to have a pie in the hand.
Or
That's all I know. Or on the shelf of the store.
Okay.
anyway. Pilots, fellows. You head up the river. Are you following the river or a different path? Are you trying to find a path in the rain?
Is there not like a road? I assume that there should be at least.
Are there road signs?
Yeah, let's read a sign.
After exiting the backyard, effectively, of the Rivertop house, you'd be able to go pass through some gates to get out. Are you trying to do so inconspicuously, or just let yourselves out? Try to talk
I
to people?
think we don't have any enemies here. Last we checked.
Is this a place where I got jumped for being a healer?
Yeah.
I will be stealthy.
Okay. Gambit will be stealthy too then.
Also, to be fair, there was a whole discussion previously about how some people here thought that the hags were good because they got what they wanted or whatever. So now they could have also been charmed, but
Right. Okay, wait. Didn't Thicket...
considered bad news, but
Yeah,
were they?
because
Oh,
one of you
okay.
made it...
I don't
Whenever you
remember
remember.
them being supportive.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna stop
Oh,
telling you.
okay, I
names, you
thought-
don't-
okay.
Working on that one too.
Didn't you like heal somebody and now they're like think you're like Jesus or something?
Yeah. That's why I'm being stealthy.
Okay.
Yeah, roll a stealth
Sneaky,
check.
sneaky, 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 sneaky.
Pretend to cat. They won't know who you are if you just walk on 4 legs.
Mm-hmm. Here, take my hat.
Okay. I have 2
Month and a
hats.
half or 2, like. Well, to be fair, people's memories are long enough to remember.
A magical cat isn't something easily forgotten. And a glowing coatl.
Yeah, that's the maybe more memorable. Is a snake.
Who did
with
you heal?
glowing wings.
Remind me.
Some lady who is getting old unnaturally.
Oh, wait. That's the
A
people
couple.
that I'm going to take the pie to.
Yeah, I think so.
But they're good. They were not crazy.
No, they were not.
You just made a deal with the hags.
Thicket, do you want me to make you look a little different, like in prestidigitation your fur, make you look like a white cat or like, you know, a tabby or something?
Sure.
All right. You have a preference?
I don't know.
No. All right. You didn't answer fast enough. Right. So as soon as it says, so as long as like he's thinking, then Duran just goes, okay, and go blue Himalayan.
Blue Himalayan.
Isn't that a big
That's-
cat?
That's not too far off from what Thicket is already.
Which is why it's funny too, Grant.
You took my stripes!
It's just different
it's-
enough.
It's like that one Studio C where he's wearing a disguise and he takes off the disguise to realize that it looks just like himself.
Yeah, it's basically Clark Kent with you know Superman glasses.
Yeah, but
No,
those
they'll
actually
never
work.
recognize me without my
Yeah,
stripes.
they do work.
Yeah.
They're
that's-
Actually-
special magic glasses.
To
I
be
can
fair,
hat.
it wasn't just the glasses. He had a whole different demeanor when he was Clark Kent.
That's true.
And hairstyle.
I can hold your hat. You want me to hold your hat?
I give my hat to Gambit. But
Yeah, I have
you
2
can
hats.
Take it from Gambit.
Stealth check with advantage for all the help that you're getting.
Stealth check?
Yep. Charisma or dexterity based, your choice.
I have to say, I love that the person who like really loves cats so much that wanted to play a cat in D&D knew exactly the difference between what they were and the blue Himalayan. And it was like, that's actually not far off. It's like, yeah, it's
Yep.
good, you get it.
I had to look it up.
Grant's sort of like, haha, jokes. He
Yeah,
totally
you
offered
are-
a white cat, which would be very different, and then a tabby, an orange tabby, and then like, nope, just kidding.
You are quite confident in your disguise. You do manage to find there are like signs pointing up a rudimentary path. It looks like it once was much more traveled, well taken care of. It is made of stones. They have been set in traveling up the mountain. They're much, especially in the rain, much dirtier than you presume they used to be. Some are cracked and old, less cared for, certainly. You begin the trek upwards. In the rain, it would take you quite some time. You also find that it's a lot of steps. It's a mile or 2 up the edge of this mountain. While you do have the steps, it is quite a path. You are all wet. Not necessarily cold. Not really cold time of year. But you do move through the rain. I don't think with it not being too cold, I don't think you have to make con saves to avoid getting exhaustion. Eventually you would. In the rain, the bits of light coming through the skyline around noon, the glow of the sun behind the clouds. You come upon an empty clearing. You're able to see the clearing before you get up to it as the trees part. And as you come up the edge of the clearing,
Micah?
Yep, I am grabbing something.
Okay.
Making sure I know what I'm looking at.
I that's what I thought at first, and then it got too quiet, and I was like, no, did we lose him?
Okay, so there is there is so first it opens up into this relatively small compared to real world ones, a small lake or an extremely large pond that looking must at least go a quarter mile. Seems to be a relatively gentle, almost circular disc of a pond with at this kind of where the path leads, steps through this large of the same sort of stone, a stone-built arch or gate that leads directly into the area. You do see at the edge of the water there isn't almost a dock that transitions from these stones into this older wood that steps out maybe 10 feet into the water. The rain is gently striking to the water, causing various small ripples to travel over it as you find yourself in despite the rain, a very peaceful lake. Sitting gently
In the
before you.
lake? Oh, we're next to the lake.
You're next to the lake. You just arrive.
Gotcha.
You arrive at the edge of the lake.
Okay. Is there any structures or people?
Other than the gate, you do not see any. I guess
Ron
make
would
a
like
perception
to.
check to see if you can. Duran would like to.
Yeah, Gron would like to look for any signs that says no swimming in the lake, please.
Perception check yourself.
I have to get used to the fact that people don't see investigation the way that I see it. All right. You know what? There's a lot of rain in my face.
I guess you do investigation for looking for something specific.
Yeah, I mean it's fine.
That's pretty
to
common
me.
too. I usually
To
do
me,
investigation
it's-
for something that isn't going to be clearly obvious that you'll have to dig deep into. Whether it be
Can I
thanks
look
to
for a cool
books
rock?
or- none of you see humans or people, or any major structures around. As for a cool rock, make an investigation check because you are looking for a specific thing amongst many other things. Yeah, you find some cool rocks. Some smooth stones would be good for skipping.
Skip one?
You successfully. Well, make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Let's say there's got to be a check for skipping rocks. That's hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
Skipping rocks? Okay.
Can I do sleight of hand, or does it
Some
need to
people
be
it comes
straight
naturally
dice?
No, No, it's just
What exactly are we looking for? Like a temple or a shrine or something?
My information says Lake of Descent. Calcite Lake of Descent.
Yeah, that's
For what?
well. That's what.
I thought there was gonna be like something here.
Well, I mean, that's why I was looking for a sign. Because if there's no sign saying you can't swim, think of a lake with descent. It means you got to descend into the lake.
Oh, can I look for a sign?
make an investigation check.
Or any
Or a
sort of
perception check. Garand, you can also make an investigation if you're. So I guess if you use the same roll for either benefit, you're still rolling out.
Yeah, that's fine. It's whatever.
Hard to see.
Can I look for sign 2?
Ooh.
Or I'll leave it to Gambit.
You don't see a sign of telling you to enter or not enter the water. But you do see on the stone archway, there are various religious writings about Erebus.
Ooh. I want to read!
Yeah, what do they say?
I can read any language.
Well, fortunately, these are
Please let me use my glasses.
Yeah, there's Celestial too that you have to read.
Yay! I could read that anyway without the glasses.
There's Draconic as well.
Finally.
You
Tell me what
I
they
can
say.
read that
Tell me what
too.
they say.
There's Elven also. Keep coming up with languages until they find one thing it can't already read. So most of them are stories about Erebus interacting with people. Stories of servants of his, of blessings, of quests that people had gone on from here. They seem to be stories from the interactions people had with Erebus at this location.
Any specifics?
Anything about going in the water?
So, yes. There are a number of ones where people jumped into the water and had visions. People seeking out specific elements. People coming here at night during a full moon and basking in the light, reflecting off of the water, or even finding them as they approach, be able to walk upon the water. Old stories include Erebus appearing as a great blue dragon, a bluish silver, that would show up and directly converse with people. Other stuff. People being cured of any and all kinds of diseases. People not receiving answers they wanted. Stories of people coming to mourn the dead, offering the bodies of the dead into the water, where they would sink and disappear, even if people went in to search for them. Let's see. What notes I have.
I'll go memorize a tree.
You can go memorize a tree. Yeah, for the most part, they're various stories of miracles and quests, there are mentions of the moon, people coming during a full moon and viewing the moon as kind of an opposite of the sun, and in the way that Aether and Erebus are kind of control opposite ends of reality. But it seems this place associates him with the moon in some stories.
Hopeful.
Is there anything I
You
can?
know, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is there anything that looks like I could try to like get a read on with Arcana?
Roll an Arcana check.
Do we know what phase the moon is tonight?
Man, that is definitely not my rolls tonight.
Roll
Oh
a nature check. Still, with that Arcana looking through, you'll find a story that talks about someone who had been what's the thing? It's a story about it's a fairly long one that talks about corruption and the difference between death and chaos, where someone is mourning someone and not understanding death and the cycle of life that exists in this world, and equates it to that of the destruction of Grimm, and a response attributed to Aeon that that death is not the end, that it is not of Aeon. Aeon is not the one who created death, and destruction is a corruption of the end, the following, the cycle, and a goal of destroying the cycle, remarking that all Aeon can do is corrupt that which already exists. Yeah, that'd be the main goal of the story you would find with that Arcana. Was there something specific you were looking for that I didn't cover? I was trying to make sure I understood the question.
No, that's...
They were looking for just Arcana for something telling.
I was just trying to get a read on like anything that like was more in line with what I had learned growing up in my Elven community, or what I would understand as I was at least studying magic, even though I didn't really know much as a kid, or whatever knowledge has been imparted to me from Decim since making that agreement with him.
So there's not necessarily from Decim itself, but the druid, or especially the druids of the Elven Conclave, did kind of point out this lesson a lot about the deities and their place, of Sylvanas guarding the natural world and their appreciation for it, about the cycle of life and death and joy and pain from Aether and Erebus that they guard and care for, and Aeon as a corruption and destruction of all things. So this kind of matches up with that and what they've taught you, and that's the kind of memory that it brings to.
Okay, so the story is saying that Aeon doesn't destroy because that's death or whatever, but he corrupts.
No,
so he corrupted death, maybe?
Yes,
or
and that destruction and the end of the cycle is a corruption of the concept of death. Seems to kind of
Okay.
be what it's saying.
Okay.
And that all Aeon does is corrupt. So yes, kind of, that Aeon is not a god of death. That is Erebus's domain, but destruction and the ceasing to be is what Aeon pursues. The end of the cycle. With no remorse or benefit, no eternal life or joy or anything of that sort. Just the end of all things seems to be what Aeon searches for. Take it with that nature. You can't remember exactly what phase the moon is in, but you know it's been more dark the last few nights.
Okay. Should I get in the water?
I think so.
I'm gonna turn into a giant octopus.
Super awesome.
Go in the water.
You turn into a giant octopus, enjoying the rain, and as you jump into the water and transform as you go in, feeling your way around, and I believe octopuses have an element of blind sight. There are fish and things that live in this water.
Dark vision.
So that works. You can still see somewhat in the water. It's not great, but you can see. Various fish, life, decay at the bottom, and regrowth of algae and fungi beneath the surface. Despite how clean and clear the surface of the water looks, the bottom does have there is an ecosystem going on beneath the surface here. What is your goal? What are you thinking in the water?
Well, after like reading the stories of people like going in the water and seeing visions, think it's just kind of like going in there and be like, do I meditate?
Roll a religion
Like-
check.
Open myself
A
up to
wisdom-based religion
Erebus.
check. Wisdom-based religion check, I think. Let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break.
Oh, boy.
Nice.
Hi, that's how you know it's good. Okay. Be back in 5 minutes.
Do. And maybe
You
when
said
everybody's
5
back
or
in,
10-minute break.
John will be back.
I can go up to 10, but I was thinking 5.
Okay. Hi, Echo. Man.
So yes, I did mean the Russian blue, not the blue Himalayan. But you knew what I meant anyway, so I guess we were both wrong at first.
Yeah. The vibes traveled.
It works out. I made really good guacamole today, but I'm totally not hungry, so now I have to, use that fruit of the spirit and have self-control. Finally watched Fantastic Four First Steps. Rented it from my library. Library. Where can I find stuff this?
How's everybody doing?
Hey,
I have returned from my quick thinking session.
nice.
Did you meditate?
More or less. I sat quietly and thought through what I was going to say, so yes. Sometimes in D&D, when you run in it, you just have to stop for a second, think
Yep.
through all the things, make sure you've got a plan, and then tell the story. Especially when, you don't want the party to feel like they've wasted their time. Gotta throw some kind of...
No, Gron only thought that we were wasting their time until we found out what we were going to go here for.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
why are we
Gron
going-
didn't just pick up on what we were doing, but I guess that's normal.
Let alone the fact that you guys didn't say anything. Remember, only the two of you had talked about it.
I think we've said
guys were in
stuff before.
No, I think no.
You guys
yeah,
were in the magic room. You guys were in the room, and you did that yourselves.
It's true.
No, but
Garon
we've been
and-
talking about going to Calcout for a couple of days.
Well, I think the last time we talked about it was in the library, and Garan wasn't there either.
Yeah,
and it was also
Garan
just us.
and Garon-
So
yeah, they went there for the library. They weren't there in the room.
Yeah.
They were really just not part of the conversation. Didn't know.
But when we were making our next plans when we were still in Coquina, Gambit mentioned that he wanted to go to Calcite to talk to the people of Erebus when we were making our next plans.
That's fair. And it would also be fair for Garon and or Chris to just forget what had
Yeah, that's
conversed
true.
about several days prior. Like an offhand comment of, oh, we should go here, and then several days later, oh, wait, why are we going here again? What?
Mm-hmm.
What's the plan? I haven't played Silksong yet, but I should listen through the soundtrack to see if any songs need to go into my D&D playlists.
Mm-hmm.
I also need to beat Hollow Knight so I can play Silksong.
Good luck.
Beating Hollow Knight?
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to true end it because I am weak, but I can try. Got most of the way. I was struggling on like the third. I can't remember her name. What's the female character's name?
in
Hornet.
Hornet. I was stuck on the third Hornet fight. Last I recall. I've done a lot of the map. I can throw my head against a wall for a while in games to get what I need.
Which just sounds so intense.
Have you gotten to the part where you figured out that the king's favorite way to interior design was chainsaws and miner saws?
yes, I did go through Deep Nest. It's sanity that Deep Nest is just. It's Deep Nest is really.
It was really
problem.
bad.
It's rough.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It is so bad.
Difficult platforming.
Mm-hmm.
King was a wacko.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so is everyone else.
Yeah.
That's just part of what happens when you live in a bug civilization. Is Sam back?
Yes.
Cool. Y'all good? Song is great, but Good Riddance is not quite here.
I love Good Riddance.
It's so good, it just doesn't fit this.
Good Riddance. I really want Hades too, but
Time and money are.
I have
things.
neither the money or the time.
Exactly. I've committed to minimizing the number of games that I buy until I at least get 50% of the way through my Steam library.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
yes.
Okay. As you jump into the water, octopus form, you see the life forms, the ecosystem. And you take a breath of the water, interacting with this different kind of octopus form that you're not as used to. You've only become a sea creature a couple of times. And you kind of meditate and you reach out and try to think about Erebus and focus. And you look up in the water through the clear surface. And you see an impending huge size, the moon above you. Well lit, full. It feels off. At least it feels unfamiliar as your mind flashes back to waking up. And the moon felt different then. It looked different almost. Well, this moon has a gray silver and a glitter to it. The one you recall is kind of an almost eggshell white. And compared to this one, feels flat. Less impactful. And the moon itself seems to almost fade as the light fades from it. As you reach out and look around you at life and things down here, the fish that were coming near seem to dart away as you swim and reach out, kind of looking around the area. Even the seaweed, or not seaweed, but the algae, you approach the bottom of the lake, seems to almost stretch back from you as though there's pressure being put on it. As the fish and sea and creatures dart away, as you get a sad feeling like you don't belong here. And almost, I can get it, it almost feels like the water is putting a pressure on you that is almost kind in a way. That feels, you've only felt it a couple of times, like someone rubbing your head or giving you a hug when they feel bad for you. But as you try to reach out, you feel like you don't belong here. It doesn't feel familiar. Like you want to, like maybe the place itself wants you to, but you don't. At least not yet.
Okay. Well, I'll go back then.
The moon feels different. As you come up above the water, back into the rain and the cloudy day, the team, whether they be under the arch to be out of the rain a little bit or sitting on the dock, what are y'all doing? I mean, what are the others doing as Thicket dives in?
Garon was watching the whole time. If it looked like Thicket was in any danger, he was ready to jump in, but you're saying it looked like he stayed more or less in one spot?
Yeah, as far as you could tell, he went under the water and you couldn't really see him.
Oh.
He turned into an octopus as he dove, and...
Was he gone for more than 30 minutes?
No.
Okay.
Maybe 10, 15.
Okay.
John? Gambit? Do y'all do anything in particular while you wait?
Just kind of look around.
You keep an eye out.
See if there's
Is the-
anything else.
What's the weather like again?
Rainy.
Is it a rather gloomy lake, or is it...
That's a matter of opinion.
Is it like got a bunch of seaweed in it, or
No,
is it like
it's quite clear.
clear?
You can see that there's an ecosystem down in it. The surface is very clear. As the
Yeah, but wants to
octopus-
fish, but he doesn't feel like that would be very appropriate.
The octopus reappears, coming out of the water.
Oh yay, how'd it go?
Octopus sounds.
I saw. I will turn back into cat.
Cat sounds.
Cactopus.
I saw the moon.
Underwater?
But yeah.
Interesting.
But it didn't look like it was the real moon.
Oh,
It
Weird.
looked kind of fake. He didn't say anything to me, but I got some vibes that basically said that this is not the right direction to go.
I mean, the moon is up, so
Well, we are kind of up. We're on the top of a mountain. Or
Did the moon seem, I don't know, corrupted?
No. It just seemed like if it wasn't a drawing, but it was like fake in the same way that a drawing is not the same as the real thing. What was that?
Sounds like Micah saying that was not what he said, but you can interpret it
If
however
that
you
is
want.
how
That's what it sounds
You
like.
It's
said
interpreting.
you said that it was kind of like eggshelly.
No, in comparison to this, the one that you woke up to was an eggshell white and almost flat. This feels more real. That one feels more fake.
I got him switched up.
Yeah, other way around.
Okay, well then I'll say that.
This one almost feels more real than looking up at the actual moon.
So, was the first one corrupted?
I don't know.
Is
That's
that
a good question.
is that why you are apparently partially grim?
I don't know.
So, are you going to try to do whatever it was that you did to talk to Quinque? Are you going to do that here? Just try to talk to Erebus?
I definitely can. That would be a good idea to do that here.
I mean, if you already had a magic moon vision, I don't see why not.
Not super sure what to ask.
I mean, I don't know what the limitations are, how many questions you get, or anything like that, but I would definitely go with if you're the real
one
moon.
question, but
Oh.
it has to be pertaining to events that will take place in the next week. So it's not like we can just call up
Could you
Erebus
ask-
and ask him questions about himself or other
Can you
archons
ask?
or the moon being like, tell us where to go. But
Yeah.
So it's not
But
like
can
message
you-
a friend.
no.
No. Can you ask him if he will, if you will figure out whether or not he is the one who awakened him this week? Oh, if he is the one who awakened you this week, or like,
Basically asking him, will I find out if you're my dad?
yeah, are you my dad? Will I find out if you're my dad?
Maybe how will I find out if you are my patron or something like that? Maybe a how will instead of a. It doesn't have to be a yes or no, right? Does it have to be yes or no?
No.
Let me check. No. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Yeah, so something like, how should I find out blank? And blank could be like, how should I find out what to do about being part Grim? Or how should I find out how to best serve you, True Moon? Or how should I find out where I come from and what my purpose is? Or, something along those lines.
We can't do that
Yeah,
because
I guess it could be part of the 7 days thing if it's like included with while we're here in Calcite for the day.
Yeah.
It can be anything, but the idea is how should I do that in 7 days? Because the 7 days is the implication. See, I don't know. This is the thing. Like,
That's true.
you have to understand. Elves teach wizard magic, right? Humans learned wizard magic, but elves teach it. So most of my thought processes come from wizard understanding. So you have to forgive me if I think about it from a logical standpoint and not maybe a more supernatural, deep, raw emotion, power, internal, whatever it is that you got. But I'm just saying, technically, by what it sounds like you're saying about the spell limitation, by saying, how should I do this, you're automatically implying the next week, and they are limited to follow that through. Now, again, I don't know if that's exactly right, but from a wizard logic standpoint, that is right.
It is fair that Garan would have a lower understanding of this, given it is typically a cleric spell.
Right.
It is lore accurate that this would be a more difficult thing to understand for him.
100%. Doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that he's wrong from a
this
wizard.
is very helpful. I'm taking notes.
And it doesn't mean that he's necessarily wrong either. Just because he doesn't understand something doesn't mean it can't apply the same way. But that's up to Micah, obviously, because he's the boss.
I'm gonna have to think for a bit about what question I want to ask specifically.
It doesn't have to be in a way you want me to answer this. For a truthful reply, it could be a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I could be right, and then he could definitely give you cryptic replies, which would make it really, really difficult to decipher, and so therefore, but regardless. That's the great thing about the word should. How should I go about doing this so that it happens within 7 days? Hooray! Word trickery. Anyway. I think Garan will alternate casting prestidigitation on everybody to keep everybody dry. So everybody's effectively like wet for like 15 seconds about, and then they're dry for about 5, and then
If they stay under the arch, it is a fairly wide stone arch that's been built here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can stay relatively dry underneath it, especially because it's not a heavy rain or a storm. It is a much lighter
Okay.
rain, especially in comparison to what it was like in Vane.
Okay. Oh, that's good news. Then I only have to prestidigitation everybody once. So assuming Thicket is just like kind of going through some thoughts and some internal, inner monologue or something, Garan will use a sending stone and send word to Rusty. I know we have to get caught back up on the previous stuff.
I keep forgetting that it's a thing that I need to go do. My bad.
It's all good. If it would help, what you could do is you could make a subcategory, and if you want to keep it private, you could make it so it's just me and you. And if you don't care, I mean, I don't. It's fine. It's whatever. But you could make it its own category in your Discord channel, and then it'd be a lot easier because then it wouldn't get distracted with us just chatting.
Yeah. I'm like scrolling back to where it was. I'm gonna find where it was and send a reply. Just so I know where it was to start with and where it was from.
Okay.
Sounds good.
How does this sound as a question to ask? What do I need to do in the next week to find more answers about my connection to the moon?
Perfect.
Simple and solid. I like it. It's good.
Okay. I go to cast divination. Probably under a tree where it's dry.
You can do it under the arch because it says it's dry under the arch.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll get like a bottle cap or something full of the lake water and put it in the center of the incense ring.
As you meditate, you roll me a religion check.
Does it have to be a religion?
Don't worry, it won't majorly affect things.
And then a 1.
Could not have been worse.
Okay. So they don't stick.
So I take it back.
Where's my note? There is my note in my notes. Save it where I could easily get it. Why would I do that? Of course I didn't.
Why would you do a dumb thing like that?
Put it in a spot where I would be able to get to it easily, consistently. What a silly move. There we go. They do not stick around. With the question of what can I do in the next week? Do what?
What do I need to do in the next week to find more answers about my connection to the moon?
So, in front of you as you look down, or looking around, you look down and there is a set of 4 statues made of this white stone. Kind of a, I actually checked. That's more fun if I do this. Let's do that. Gemstones. Specifically, this kind of an orangish colored gemstone. Each carved a small image. The first one is the top half of a very stocky man with a bald head, a long white beard, and a single monocle. Holding in his hand over his chest a book. In his other hand, crossed over it, is a small dream catcher. The second of these little figurines has a sword. Specifically, a one-sided short sword. Is it 4 or is it only 3?
You originally said 4.
Did say 4. It is 4. The 4th is carved into a depiction of a landscape that looks barren, covered in these small dead trees and even a small skull sitting on it. This is the largest of the small figurines or sculptures, assuming because it needs to get the most detail in. The 4th is a lamp.
Bum bum bum.
An identical
Like-
lamp to the one in Gambit's box.
No way.
Could you repeat the first one?
The first one
With that man.
is a stocky man, a bald head and a long beard. His arms crossed over, one of them holding a book and the other holding a dream catcher.
Okay. Does it look like Tatsui?
Nope.
Oh,
He looks dwarven.
interesting.
Dream catchers prevent bad dreams. So, a friend, an ally against Tatsui, I would argue. Assuming you tell us this after it's all said and done.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, as you try to commit these to memory, they disappear. If you'd rolled high enough on religion, they would have stuck around and you would have had 4 little statues that you could have shown them.
Oh, JK.
Does the short sword look like the keyblades?
It does.
Okay. Did the landscape one look familiar?
Oh.
Like somewhere we've been?
Nope, it doesn't even look desert. It looks barren and cracked and broken. Shards of stone striking into the air. Remnants of bones. Dead trees. It
Okay.
does not look like you've seen it before.
Well, I describe all of these to the party. They
Okay,
didn't see
so
themselves.
there is a man with a short sword that looks like a keyblade. Which one?
I think they were all one color, weren't they, Michael? The statues.
They were all one color. They were all carved of this orange gemstone.
But it did look like the man was holding one of the keyblades.
Well, the second one, Micah didn't really explain what the person looked like.
There's
but
no
yes.
person. It's just the sword.
It's
Well, you
just a
did say
sword.
man
Which-
holding short sword.
Did I?
Yeah.
Which
I meant
sword
just
does it
with
look
the
like?
sword.
To retcon or not to retcon?
Retcon. Or...
Yeah, Micah.
What I
Yeah,
do-
Micah.
Maybe there is a man holding a sword, and if he looks like Tatsui, you can ask that
I
question.
can't have a pie, but you can retcon
M-
visions.
Yes.
Maybe the figure is just vaguely humanoid.
It's a vaguely humanoid creature. The
Okay. But wait.
the one with the book and the dreamcatcher does look dwarven.
So now I'm so confused. Okay, wait. So there's a man holding a dream catcher.
Yep, there is
That's
a
dwarven
dwarf.
man holding a
A
dreamcatcher.
dwarf holding a dream catcher.
And the
One of the keyblades. Which keyblade?
Well, I
Which one?
assume the one that we don't have.
The one that we don't have.
We have 3, right?
You have
Yeah.
3. And
Yeah.
It's an assumption.
So
It's
the
a,
fourth
it's a
one.
logical hypothesis, but it is technically an assumption.
But do they all look the same?
Remind me the colors of the swords.
Okie doke.
Serpentine, whatever.
There is a green serpentine sword, a yellow chrysolite sword, a orangish red vanadinite, and a light blue angelite. You have serpentine, chrysolite, and vanadinite swords.
Do we need the angelite?
Also called anhydrite, but angelite's a more fun name.
Uh,
Serpentine's also called a Williamsite, but that's also a much less fun name.
so wait, we have which ones again?
You have the
found mine
serpentine,
at home.
chrysolite, and vanadinite.
Okay, so we have the green, yellow, and orangey red.
Yeah.
We need the blue. So the orange statues mean nothing. Maybe.
It's probably related to the moon dude.
Okay, but so there was 4,
You can
right?
make a nature check. Make a nature check about this.
Who has the orange keyblade? Which one of us?
Doug.
Doug. Did it look the same color as Doug's?
No.
Okay.
These are much more orange.
But okay, question: are all the swords the exact same? They're just different colors,
Essentially.
or do they each have a different? Okay.
They're all essentially the same, but with different color gemstones. I'm going to say Garon because it's more fun to give you a yes for that, and it is above average knowledge. This gemstone is calcite.
Nice.
Calcite gemstones that you got in calcite, or saw in calcite. I just thought that was...
That makes super sense. It's cool, because, what's up, town? Try not to look too deep into the color of the stone. It sounds like calcite, which is where we just are related to. So I think the connection is it's related to the main guy and his town and his people and his lake and all that. So the history check. Go ahead.
I need to, because this is important to our investigation, I need to make sure that I've committed this to memory. So there were 4 statues: a dwarf holding a dream catcher,
And
a book, dream catcher and a book, a barren wasteland,
with dead feet and a small skull.
Okay, and was it like a cat's skull?
Was it a
Mammal?
cat skull?
It looked kind of bovine, like a bull or cow.
Cow.
Okay.
Bull.
So a dwarf with a book and a dream catcher, a barren landscape with a bovine skull, the fourth, assuming the 4th sword that we need to get, and what was the other one?
The lamp. Your lamp.
The lamp.
Or a lamp that coincidentally looks identical to the one that you have. And is probably your lamp.
That is very logical to say it like that.
Okay. Thank you for indulging me for committing this to memory.
My history check was to see if we either came across or saw at like the Vacuo dance or any other thing, any dwarf that might resemble the Santa dwarf appearance. Or Father Time dwarf,
See
whichever.
if he looks like any other dwarves you know. Roll an intelligence check. See if you can recall thinking of the people you've seen. And y'all can decide. I just made a talks between Garon and Rusty. Y'all can decide if you want to mute that channel or not. On your own.
No, much worse than my history. Oh well.
I mean, not to sound bad, but all dwarves kind of look alike.
That
Garon
sounds.
does not actually think that. He just does not remember this person.
people
I
to
was-
have the same race bias, though, elves would be the one.
That's
I
true.
feel.
Elves would be the one to have that.
Because
bias.
it's not a like a conscious decision. It's just an exposure issue,
Haven't
and he
seen
hasn't
enough
been
dwarves.
exposed.
Well, you grew up with elves, not dwarves.
Yeah, no, I'm on board with it. I'm letting it be canon that like that thought popped in there. It's like, that's my dad's training. They were trying to like beat in his head that like
Doors are bad.
at least he's not a dwarf, you know, and that's the only reason why they didn't instantly kill him. You know, so that's just them. That's how they talk. You know,
Because you
of
did
course
grow
that
up
thought
with
would be in
somewhat
there.
racist elves. Very lightly
Absolutely.
racist. Because I don't want to deal with major racism in this game, so lightly racist.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Racist adjacent. Got it.
Racism light. L-I-T-E. Walmart near
Microaggressions.
you.
Yes.
Anyway. They could describe the statues, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well. Let's take out the lamp. Can we see where the lamp is pointing, Gambit?
Yes. Gambit carefully takes out the lamp, but he doesn't take it out of the box. He just opens the box.
Well, it's raining, actually. We should do this somewhere else, maybe.
We could find the nearest tree and, well, no, I want to go check in with the nice couple that we helped.
Well, we can't go anywhere by tree today.
That's true. So let's go down the mountain and get a pie. 2 pies. We'll eat 1 pie ourselves and we'll give the pie to our friends.
Is there something I can use to, like, take a bottle of the water, lake water, with me?
Do you have a bottle? That's a question of your inventory more than a question of me.
Trying to see. I had a water skin that I used for blood a while back, but have since cleaned.
I hope you've cleaned it. You could use the water skin.
Trying to see if there's anything else I have. Yeah. I'll use the water skin, and then I'll check while we're in town to see if there's somewhere that sells bottles, because I apparently like putting things in bottles.
Fair enough. Let me see if there's an item for empty bottle.
I'll just
That glass
any
bottles.
potions that we use, give me the bottles.
What kind of bottle you want? You want one made of brass, one made of iron, one made of glass.
Glass.
2 gold pieces a bottle. Surprisingly enough, they're actually all 2 gold pieces. So, you know, take your pick. How many bottles you want?
10. So that's
10 bottles of blood on the
Me?
wall. And down, pass it
20
around.
gold pieces.
9 bottles of blood on the wall.
How many
That's
platinums?
terrifying.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do 2 platinum.
10 2-pound glass bottles. Ah, that's good. I guess it's assuming something is inside of them. You now have 10 glass bottles. You should also mark the water skin is full of Lake of Dissension water.
Mm-hmm.
Does the existence of a dream catcher imply the existence of the spider lady?
What?
Native
'Cause-
American lore.
Yeah. Specifically Ojibwe.
I guess.
job.
Wow, you know the name. That's awesome.
I mean, some interpretations of the Remnant world is that it takes place in the excessively far future of our world. So,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
It's a portal. So that she comes and takes care of you while you're sleeping.
It eats your dreams.
And then your bad dreams get stuck in the web and they get destroyed by the sunlight.
Nice. Party gets down the hill. At this point, it being 3 or 4 p.m., not even a little bit later. And you are able to find apple pies, and you make your way to the same house you'd seen before.
This time for continuity, I will make, while Thicket is pretending to be regular cat, I will actually make him a blue Himalayan now. So now he looks completely different. He's fluffy and he's whatever.
Wait, are you just prestidigitating him at your leisure now?
While he's trying to sneak through this town where they mocked
okay.
him for being Cat Jesus or whatever.
Yep.
You don't think they think he was a different cat?
The first time, it worked the first time, so I'm hoping that it works again this time. But I'm just gonna keep changing what kind of cat it is.
Like, didn't you have a black cat yesterday?
Got a new cat.
I don't know what to tell you, man. They like to follow me around sometimes.
It's the same
Tabby.
day.
What's that? What about Tabby?
Did you have a Tabby 2 days ago?
No, we've only been here since this morning. What are you talking about? You cuckoo bananas,
I've forgotten
man.
you for something else I knew. Anyway, you would eventually arrive at the fairly standard commoner house. The windows are closed against the rain.
I get a pie. We're back in the city, right?
You are
I
in
get
the
a
town.
pie.
You're down in Calce.
Okay. I buy a pie. I take it to the couple. The formerly old couple.
It's a very nice pie. 10 silver. No, 1 silver.
Cool. 1 silver.
Let's say gold for that pie. Holy cow, is that thing made of
It's
gold?
gotta be the best pie you've ever had, if that were the case. I was like, like a really nice pie, like $10. And I was like, wait, and I said 10 silver. I was like, that's not right. It's not $100 pie.
I don't have any silver, so can I give him 10 copper pieces?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll accept it. Same amount of money, ultimately. We'll also accept a single platinum if you wanted to give him that, but that's just up to you.
No.
For a tip.
Sorry.
Let me just tip you like 1,000%. You retrieve 2 pots to arrive at the hovel. Commoner's house.
I knock on the door.
Just a moment. And the door opens, as you see, now seeming to have reverted fully to her 22-year-old self. Or so. Well, now she's probably like, I guess she's like 25. You see the it was human.
As long as she doesn't Benjamin Button, you know.
Doesn't seem to have gotten any younger than she was before all the hack stuff.
Okay.
You see the young human woman with the dark black hair, having fully reverted from the gray it had gotten to. She opens the door in her robe. Can I help you? Oh, it's you.
What? We were in the area, and so I just stopped by and say hello, and here's a pie.
Really, I should be making you something. Thank you so
Nah.
much. Do you want to come in? Have dinner?
Just for a moment. See how things are going.
Sure. Lets you in.
Thicket is mad.
The elven man, I believe he was elf, comes out of a separate room. Who is it? Oh, it's you all. Nice to see you. How are things going?
They're going okay.
I'm glad. I know adventuring is dangerous business. I'm glad you're still doing well.
Yeah, we've had some run-ins here and there, but overall, pretty okay.
I'm glad. As she steps around and going about making tea and finding things, please sit down. Tell us of your adventures. It's been... we don't have a lot to talk about in town. It's been quiet. We've been happy to have life back. Oh, I find out she is 26 now.
Okay. Well, we fought a vampire castle.
Oh my. The castle was a vampire?
And yes.
Right, I know, that's what it sounded like, yeah.
We fought a castle that had been overrun by a vampire cult, and
that
we
makes some more sense.
freed it, and
And they freed it? Is that like one of those genies?
No, we blew up the castle, I think. Yeah. So, and then we, one of our friends got kidnapped, and we saved them, and we got into like a heated battle with the Orange Sun. I don't know if you know them. And, but we had a duel, and we won. And now we are, going on an adventure. We went on a pilgrimage up to the lake of Dissension. Dissension?
Yeah. It's a beautiful place.
And yeah, we got some answers.
I'm glad. I can't say I've ever heard anyone speak to me there, but it's a nice place to go. Feels like something's different in the air up there.
Are we indoors right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Come inside of their small
I'll
house.
stop pretending to be Cat.
I will
Just
Thicket,
be
give it a
normal.
prestige.
Does Thicket, like, shake out his fur?
Sure.
It is now
Yeah,
as
I'll-
inside as it was outside.
Prestidigitation, I block it.
Goron cleans up.
Everybody else
Sets
gets wet.
the tea
It's like it's like when what was it? Aang splits the soup, and it gets everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't necessarily hear speaking. It was mostly vibes.
Oh. It does feel great up there. It feels like you belong. Like everything is right, even when things are wrong.
Well,
That's not exactly.
I'm glad it
what
feels
I
like that for you.
Oh, sorry it didn't for you. I hope whatever it did feel like. I hope you find.
If it's any consolation, I think Erebus is sorry too.
I suppose that makes sense. Things aren't what they ought to be. Is it some kind of answer you're looking for, or just...
Well, it's good to know that we're not necessarily looking in the right place. So it's helpful at least a little bit.
That was helpful.
Narrows things down.
I'd offer if there was anything we could do to help, except I have hard time believing there's much we can manage. But we can at least provide something to eat as she sets out the pie and begins to cut into it and has cups of tea available.
Ooh, tea.
And potentially coffee if you ask for it.
Yeah.
Coffee.
That's some of our adventures that we've been up to.
Goodness.
We heard there was a priest here of Erebus.
Yeah, he's probably staying at the church.
Cool.
What's his
it's in
name?
town.
I feel like we met the priest, did
Zafra.
we not? Okay.
Zafrab Turin. He's a gnome. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Church is it's not on the water itself, it's one of the ones it's actually on the opposite side of the river. A fairly large building. Can't miss it. It's got a steeple. Pretty much the only one in town that has something that tall.
Sweet. We're planning to talk to him before we leave. We weren't really sure how much he or Erebus could help, but it'll be nice to talk to him about what we saw at the lake.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it works out very well. As you have a few more minutes of conversation, I don't know of anything else for y'all to talk about or what you'd want to. Whatever random conversation topics occur before you would eventually. Doesn't really let yourselves out. We can get to a roleplay if you like, but I don't have anything in particular.
Yeah, we would leave after a while.
Transfer the water from the water skin into one of the bottles.
Don't you have the manipulate water spell?
Let me check.
I don't recall if that's one of your cantrips or not.
Shape water, yes.
Yeah, so you could just pull an avatar and just whoop.
Yep.
Over it goes.
I am.
Aw, I just drank swamp water.
I presume you go over to the church?
Yes.
Alrighty. You would find on the inside, let's see, it is a Friday.
The
There might be-
13th?
No, it's like the 3rd or
It's
2nd.
the 1st of September. There is a Friday the 13th, though, in the October this year, so give it a month. Just saying, there might be a Wendigo or something that night. You would see a tall for a gnome man in these silverish vestments. Not silver metal, but it's colored. Tending to a couple of candles that are around. Some people are leaving, clearly having come and prayed or spent some time here in study or otherwise, as he is tending to some candles and seems to be preparing a small series of plates of, I guess not plates of food, but like platters of food available. Mostly fruits and breads and things. As you enter, looks over. Is there anything I can do for you all? Welcome to the Church of Erebus. My name is Zafrab. Do you need some time out of the rain?
Well, that would probably be nice, but we have some questions we'd like to ask you.
Alright.
Is Erebus the god of something in particular?
Darkness.
Yes. Death, but like in the good way. Like death as in a sense of relief and
Yes.
and rebirth and sometimes the moon. And yeah.
Yeah, it would be described as the negative side of the cycle by some. Death, the moon, night, rain. All of those things that are good, but not necessarily traditionally considered positive. Whereas that's more either. And Erebus represents the opposite. The touch of sunlight contrasted with the cool rain as he gestures to the windows and you can see the light rain outside. And he's the god of many things because of that. The allowance of resurrection, the provision of those in need. Though I suppose Aether does that as well, but we at the Church of Erebus we consider ourselves to have more of a gentle touch on those who are hard on their luck and going through a hard time.
Well, what do you know about the Lake of Descent?
The Lake of Dissension.
Dissension.
The Lake of Dissension is a holy place we consider for Erebus. In particular, it was the location where Erebus would most commonly come down to greet mortals, back before the schism. It's considered a sacred place. It's where rituals often will occur, and it's very common for most priests of Erebus to make a journey here to visit and see the location that has so much meaning to us and has a history of where the god chose to set foot.
Cool. Could we talk to you somewhere privately? I'm asking because we're at the place where the ticket is most likely to get got.
Of course. Here, we have one of the back rooms. This leads you all in. To a smaller back room that looks kind of a study. A desk that
I
he
accidentally
has.
caused a little bit of a commotion last time I was here.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, it was a good one,
are you
but
the cat that people
it's
were asking to heal them?
Yes.
yeah.
I got into a bit of a... People aren't used to having that much magical power available. Not a larger city where you can... Or let alone magic power that is available not just to purchase. I try to keep... And the people know this. I have very little magic that I can truly offer. That I try to maintain for emergencies. Which over time, the people have begun to understand. And I've proposed the same about you, but the times when people have come and spoken to me, they remarked that you seem to have quite a handle on quite a large amount of magical healing. I suspect you are quite powerful, but if you keep your disguise up, there should be no issues. Hopefully, even if you didn't, the people would not get up in arms about it. They might still ask you to heal them, but they wouldn't force you to stay here. You should be alright.
What? What do you know about like any sort of connection with Erebus and the moon?
Well, it is an opposite of day, and people consider the sun and moon to be separate, so it is not uncommon for people to associate it with Erebus. It's never been one of his main symbols, but it is one that people sometimes consider for him. Yes?
Do you know about anything else that might have connections to the moon?
Maybe some of the serpents of Erebus, some of the angels, Quinquay, the guardian of the skies, and knights of the world.
We just talked to Quinquay yesterday.
Oh, he must be quite powerful, though. Or did he grant you a special audience? It's rare that anyone gets to see even one of the 10 in their lifetime. Or rather,
Well,
it's rare for anyone to see one of the 10 in their lifetime.
Got
Toronto were like,
They're not all they're cracked up to be. At least some of them.
Well, I have the spell divination.
I was gonna say Garon just like looks sideways at Gambit, and then Gambit follows it up and is like, okay, fine.
I hope to be able to cast such a spell eventually. Albeit my training is far from complete. A lot to learn.
We'll get there.
I hope so. Be able to give some peace to those in town.
Quinquay likes silver.
Well, he is a silver dragon, so I'm not too surprised. Glittering of the moon seems to match him well. But I'm sorry, I don't have any other particular information regarding the moon and Erebus. I mean, it's a symbol he uses occasionally, but it's not his most common ones.
Do you know any dwarves that
I do know dwarves.
make dream catchers?
No.
Or have long white beards and are bald.
No. Sorry. The dwarves I know here tend to be more brown-haired, lots of braids. Some of them are bald, but not white hair.
Gambit, do you have any questions?
Nope.
Well, thank you for coming, and I hope I could provide some help. I know my answers are relatively limited, and you don't seem terribly satisfied with them, but unfortunately I can't create more. I'm not. I like to
That's
fib or
fine.
make up stories. Yes, please, eat. We've got food for those who are caught up in the rain. There's fortunately a relatively small, the group of people in town who don't have a solid roof is a fairly small amount. We do well to take care of each other. But still, for those who might have leaks or any issues, I'm happy to provide. If you'd like, you can stay and eat some.
Gambit will grab like a cookie or a cracker or something. But is there like a donation box or something?
Yeah, you would see one toward the back of the building on the way out.
Stealth or sleight of hand to slip a gold in there.
Sleight of hand. Do you have any gold?
Let me see.
Good
I
question.
should have one. No, I don't.
We just converted all of your stuff. Well,
I have
guess
14.
it's platinum then.
Yeah.
It's only
Do
10
platinum.
gold. Drop $1,000.
That's fine. You know, they
Yeah,
do good
sleight of
things for the
hand.
people, and I sleight of hand.
And are y'all going to choose to stay in town for the night as it approaches 7 p.m.?
Well, where else are we gonna stay?
I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, you can't teleport immediately, so presumably you'll end up heading back to the Greenboro Inn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where we will discuss maybe or maybe not doing the spell drain.
Fair enough. But we'll do that next time as it's approaching 10:10. Don't want to keep us up too long. Thank y'all for playing. I had a fun time tonight. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording side so no one feels any kind of pressure to stay, leave, or otherwise. Have a great night, YouTube. We appreciate you, and see you next time.